future value pun tak tahu apa. Lepas tu mimpi nak FI.RE, lepas tu tak nak cari ilmu, lepas tu belagak, bodoh sombong. Hey everyone, welcome back to FI.RE's YouTube channel. We've received so many messages from all of you, especially after our recent Women and Wealth Masterclass, which took place on 25th of May. Alhamdulillah, thank you so much for inquiring. I know most of you tak dapat datang. It's alright, we're going to have the next Masterclass very, very soon, so stay tuned. However, before we begin, let's start this session with this or that. Renting. Simply because I dah menyampah dengan OPR naik turun, I even sold my house so that I can build my business even better. It's just my personal preference. If you own a house, there's nothing wrong with that. Credit card. I'm a sucker for points and I redeem a lot of things with my points. Buy now, pay later. It's the same thing as credit card apa. Might as well I swipe 12 months installment plan, easy payment plan, zero sales charge. And dapat points. Definitely invest in stocks. Given a choice, I memang nak jadi super trader. Tapi itulah impian. Honestly, today I would spend all of my money because I'm very clear about the person I want to become. For my kids, mommy will leave behind education for you. Pandai-pandai lah you kayu sendiri. Have tons of money but no free time. With money, I can pretty much own the world. InsyaAllah. I'm your host for today, and today we're going to dive into the world of FI.RE, Financial Independence, Retire Early. Ya ke boleh? Do you think it's possible in Malaysia? Let's dive deeper. What is FI.RE and should you pursue FI.RE? Oftentimes when we do our masterclass ke mini workshop ke, women would ask us,
should I retire early?
And therefore the prerequisite to retire early, you must be financially independent. Some people think the prerequisite to pursue FI.RE is to have a lot of money. True, but to a certain extent, it's not about having too much money, but rather to be literate with the kind of wealth that you have, so then that literacy will take you to achieve FI.RE. We have had students who have achieved FI.RE, but it wasn't their doing, it was the doing of the generation before them. So today I see a transfer of wealth from the previous generation to our current generation. With that, I feel that it becomes the current generation punya responsibility to then ensure that the same amount of wealth or even bigger can be transferred to the next generation. But you need to understand, even if you have a lot of wealth but without financial literacy, you can exhaust and habiskan all the wealth. Is that sustainable? Because I think the topic here when it comes to FI.RE is about pursuing sustainability. If you refer to this image by CNBC, there are 7 levels of financial independence. Which stage are you at? Honestly, for me, I've been up and down macam yo-yo to a point where I don't care anymore. For me, for as long as I breathe, I want to make sure that I continue to deliver impact in whatever ways possible sehingga hujung hayat. Because the other day someone asked me, berapa lama you nak buat Women and Wealth? My answer today is sehingga hujung hayat. My definition of FI.RE can differ from yours because maybe what you're looking at is wealth. I'm looking at a different kind of FI.RE. Inshallah, here to the hereafter. The kind of mistakes that I always see people do when it comes to pursuing or beginning their journey towards achieving financial independence, retire early, is that it's such a big goal that you only want to be a part of the result but not the process. Actually, FI.RE is a result of your entire process. Have you looked into your process? The first step is to be financially literate. How literate are you? Because a lot of people associate being literate with amassing tons of wealth through your active income, through your commissions, through your salary. Tapi remember, salary to active income. Active income will eventually come to a halt. When it comes to a halt, what have you done to ensure that that active can create passive income? Should you jump immediately into investing in property? Should you jump into buying gold? Because everybody around me today is talking about buying gold.
Bukan tengah rita saja.
Is it still valid ke nak beli gold ni? Where do you need to invest? Or most importantly, the question that you need to answer is, who do you need to be so that financial independence, retire early, is possible not just for you but your future generation as well? A lot of people do not have a plan. Dia sembang saja. The first plan is to actually sit down and ask yourself, what is FI.RE to you and why should you have FI.RE? Remember, FI.RE ni eventually you may or may not dapat. Once you're able to answer that question, then you develop a plan based on that intention. The next mistake that I see is a lot of people associate achieving FI.RE by investing sini sikit, sikit, dekat unit trust sikit, dekat stock sikit, dekat property sikit, dekat gold. And then at the end of the day, when I analyse your portfolio, you have bits and pieces here and there. It's not concentrated, it's everywhere, macam pasar malam. Remember, when it comes to your investment, you must develop a sustainable portfolio. Before Women and Wealth kan, a lot of people would ask me, kat mana nak invest? Hey, you don't need me to tell you where to invest. You can just take your mobile phone, Google where to invest in Malaysia. There you go, banyak gila jawapan. So sebenarnya isu dia bukan where to invest. Isu dia you tengah tak ada duit. And this issue will persist till the end of time sampai retirement. Because why? The issue here is because you, satu hal, nak cari duit tu dah skill entah apa-apa, and then bawa masuk duit pun macam gitulah. If you are someone doing very well, Alhamdulillah for you. But there are a lot of people who so hung up with,
Oh, I have a degree in this and this, therefore I should be paid this.
sure, but times have changed, my dear. After COVID, everybody now is trying to pursue the same role yang sama, tapi banyak candidate dekat luar sana yang unemployed. How do you differentiate yourself from the next candidate after or before you, so then you get this job that pays you well, and that part you dah settle how to bring in money. Once you bring in money, you gotta then urus money tu. Then that comes, nak letak simpanan dekat mana, nak invest dekat mana. But before you jump into that, you have to ask yourself, what is your intention? And now with the topic of EPF account tree where you can withdraw, ramai orang, in fact agent unit trust lah, insurance takaful semua cakap,
Hey, bawa keluar EPF account tree, you invest with us.
for me, kalau you boleh simpan duit dalam tu, you simpan lah. You should be using excess money to invest. Bukan guna duit simpanan retirement you untuk invest yang tak apa-apa you invest, and then bila market down you jual, and then you say,
Oh, might as well I simpan dalam EPF.
bukan salah sesiapa, salah diri sendiri, because you're not literate. You want FI.RE and then you DIY your procedure and process to achieve FI.RE. Itu yang salah tu. And then you baca 1000 jenis buku, lepas tu buku kata A you buat A, buku kata B buat B, lepas tu you have nobody to check or compare or berguru, and then you kata FI.RE tu not doable. In order for you to achieve FI.RE, you gotta be friends with a community yang dah memang on the way to FI.RE or dah FI.RE pun. Then you learn from them and you would realize that it's not an overnight success. It takes a lot of adjustments, a lot of practice, and most importantly, consistency. You baru invest 100, lepas tu you expect 100 itu jadi 1000, 1000 you jadi sejuta. Itu masalah dia. Where's your consistency? How much do you need in retirement? How much do you need for your kids' education? Then you invest equivalent to the future value of that goal. Future value pun tak tahu apa, lepas tu mimpi nak FI.RE, lepas tu tak nak cari ilmu, lepas tu belagak. Sebab tu FI.RE itu you ambil je air, you jirus, you padamkan FI.RE tu. And a lot of people think, oh dapat bonus banyak-banyak boleh terus financial independence, terus invest lump sum ke retire early. You invest pun entah apa benda, and then bonus pun hangus. The next mistake is you think that that is bad. That is actually not bad. Seriously, if I can share with you a lot of case study that we have experienced in Women and Wealth, that is actually a tool. A tool yang sangat bijak and bernas to take you from point A to point B. Tapi sekarang ni, you don't even know how to use the debt. You don't even know how to build a strategy around the debt. Lepas tu you associate financial independence retire early dengan not having any debt. Apple, a 1 trillion company pun ada debt to thrive and survive. Apatah lagi you yang 1 juta pun tak ada. And most importantly, you rasa you kebal. You ingat you takkan sakit. Wanita-wanita sekalian, as you grow older, you punya lutut makin mereput, you punya gel semua kat ligament semua tu makin kurang. You should account for your health cost in your journey towards financial independence, because the last thing you want in your retirement, you punya medical cost eat up into your FI.RE punya funding. So today I'm going to share with you 7 steps for you to achieve financial independence, retire early. Step 1, assess your financial situation. A lot of our students, before entering Women and Wealth workshop, they don't know where to even start because there's so many areas to start. So what do? What they did right was diorang datang to us and berguru dekat Women and Wealth workshop. Is this a short 6 months program? From there, it will tell you, give you macam ways tau, a big picture, a big roadmap to show, okay, you ada semua masalah ni, but where should you tackle first? If you tak nak berguru, it's okay. Then figure out where to start on your own. Step 2, creating a budget and understanding duit masuk, duit keluar. Some of you, part of duit masuk banyak ni, duit keluar pun banyak ni, and then when OPR hits you, you punya duit keluar tiba-tiba stop kena hit, and then you macam, alamak, macam mana ni? Now Women and Wealth, we teach our students to ensure that, hey, first you gotta be level, lepas tu kita naikkan income. And you would realize sebenarnya dalam your duit keluar ni ada banyak benda yang not necessary. Step 3, this is the part where a lot of people hate, increasing your income. The reason why you cannot increase your income is because you don't know what your skills are. You think you belajar medik, limit you kena jadi doktor. Padahal sebenarnya talent you adalah untuk menjadi speaker, example. Therefore, it is very imperative that you understand your real talent. How are you monetizing that talent? And how do you craft a path towards achieving and honoring your talent? It's okay kalau you belajar A tapi you kerja B. At the end of the day, when you pursue your passion and talent, it will not feel like work at all because you penat ke tak, you know that you're passionate about it, you akan bangun dan lawan and kerja. One of our students, she has a full-time job and she studied a entirely different thing. But when she came into our Women in Wealth, she finally got the courage to pursue her passion, and on top of that, bukan je dia ada gaji, dia ada side hustle yang dia finally pursue after she acquired the courage through our Women in Wealth program. Step 4, saving and investing aggressively. You tahu tak, we've had 65 students. A lot of them memang tak pernah invest. Cakap invest je already takut. But you know what's the result that we have created? All of them now become my alarm clock to tell me on payday, hey, let's invest. And all it takes is just some investment by investing in yourself for you to understand kenapa you kena invest, kat mana you nak invest, apa risk that you can avoid and control to some extent before you invest. Step 5, planning for healthcare. For your knowledge, Malaysia is one of the highest country with the top medical inflation rate in Southeast Asia. Knowing that medical inflation is escalating at a double digit than your yearly increment, don't you think you should plan for that? Because at the end of the day, if you don't plan for healthcare will then dictate and control your life, exhaust your savings, exhaust your investment. Step 6, build a passive income stream. You have to understand the relationship between active income and then buat jambatan to passive income. And the final step, 7, is to maintain consistency and discipline. Ni macam ni lady, bila you cuba nak kurus tapi you tak ada personal trainer, you tak ada coach, apa akan jadi bila you stress? You would cave in and eat chocolate cake. At least that's what I did. But the difference is bila you dah mula ada personal trainer, dah ada mentor, dah ada guru, come what may, you tahu your limit when it comes to not craving, and then you would still jaga you punya makanan and jaga you punya workout. Similarly dengan finance or investing, you have to have a mentor who have done it before you, who will show you the way, because once you dah berguru, you dah belajar, after that you can fly on your own and it becomes more consistent. And on top of that, you can then teach your loved ones, your children, how to continue the legacy of investing. How much money do you need to achieve FI.RE? Well, it's quite subjective. Some people need 10 million, some people need 1 million, some people need 100 million. It really depends on your intention, on your goals, on your dependence, on your debt. It's a combination of a lot of things in the personal finance space. So kalau you tak nak pening kepala, that's why we designed our 6 months mentoring program in Women in Wealth workshop, exclusively by women like us, for women like you, so then you know, you are guided, you dipimpin, you tak payah fikir, you just datang kelas and then you would learn the recipe, the techniques, and then you tell me whether boleh buat ke tak boleh buat, because we've seen students time and time again pursuing their FI.RE journey. They're still on their FI.RE journey, inshallah, for the years to come, because financial independence, retire early, is an accumulation of habit, consistency of practice, and also determination to never give up, because there's one thing FI.RE that we cannot control, which is the economy and the market movement. Thank you so much for joining us in this episode. Is financial independence, retire early possible for you? Remember, FI.RE takes time, and FI.RE is most importantly not free. If you have any questions, comment in the section below or DM my team at our social media platform. To collaborate, email us at marketing@aisharaman.com, and inshallah we'll be in touch.